When you started in the finance department, when you graduated from being a triplet and you went into the finance department, where was that dealership sitting? Were they already at a 3,000 per copy, or is that a process you guys developed?
Yeah, no, it's definitely developed over time. I think we were around 1,550 to 1,750 a car. It was about no more than 2,000 the first couple months that I was in F&I, and it was just developed over the years. Like I said, we were blessed to see so many deals so fast. The volume, what we say, an 800% volume solves everything, and it definitely helped us push the bar and learn faster than most dealerships. What most F&I people, what it would take them to do in 3 months, I was doing in a half a month in most cases. It was pretty crazy. The highest amount of deals that I did in a month was 212 deals for 589,000 in less than 30 days. So it was a unique experience. And what was so unique about it is I didn't know any different. So I just kept pushing the bar, ramping it up every single deal that I had a chance to touch.
What's the number one thing you see is getting in finance department's way as of today?
So I think it's complacency, comfort. I think we'll start on the side of, or we've done the same thing for a long time, and we're comfortable. I mean, a lot of finance managers throughout the industry are doing half the amount of deals or less, and they're making a great paycheck. So they don't really know what they don't know. They don't know that there's more out there. They don't understand that doing 150 or more deals is possible. And it's possible in a way that you're still able to do the other things, TO deals, work with the sales staff, work with lenders, create those relationships. We have to develop processes that just streamline those deal processes to just make it where you can do 15 deals in a day instead of 2. And we teach that not only in F&I, but in the sales industry as well.
You and I both know Tustin from Roper, and he was recently on the show. And what you just said reminds me of something he said, which is like, I'm not here to take away from your family time. I'm not here to take away from all of that. But if I'm in this building, I am here to work.
Absolutely.
And I can't imagine you were just sitting there twiddling your thumbs. I'm picturing Evans running around this dealership making stuff happen.
Absolutely. There was no downtime for sure. If there was, then we found a way to maximize it. And that I don't want to skip ahead, but that's one of the things that I did to instill greatness was time block my day. So what I mean by that is I would do an hour, 2-hour blocks of specifically what I would focus on. Now, as a finance manager, this is going to be a blueprint. It's not set in stone. I have to do this. I'm not going to contract deals. I'm not going to talk to customers if this comes up. That's not necessarily the case, but it's a blueprint to say, if I do have downtime or I do have an open window, this is what I'm going to be doing. I mean, it sets the expectation for your management staff and for the salespeople. So like, if they knew that I was focusing on contracts in transit at 12 o'clock until 1, like they just knew that if it's not an emergency, then I'm not going to bother him about it. If it's not a do or die, then he's going to be doing this. I also time blocks, like working with the, I'm going to call them frontline warriors, because that's what they are nowadays. Instead of salespeople, they have to be on the front line. They're dealing with the hard stuff right before we are. They're overcoming the objections and they're working the deals before we get the deals. So we need to train them. COVID was the worst thing in the auto industry, but also the best thing. I think we can both relate to that. There was the goods and the bads with it, but I think that we need to get back to the basics and really work with these salespeople and develop them as frontline warriors.